M1 and M2 explained. So I know that a lot of people have seen Secret of the Mimics and saw that, you know, M1 and M2, who are these characters? Mimic 1, M2, well, you can guess, stands for Mimic 2. Mimic 1 is basically the original Mimic, and I'm going to explain how. Mimic 1 was made by Edwin Murray. Edwin has a wife named Fiona, a son named David, and himself. That's the Murray family, David Murray, Fiona Murray. And one day during Fall Fest, which is a Carnival light team show, Fiona went to help the crew for some reason, and for some unknown reason, Fiona ends up dying. We do not know how she died or anything like that, but we knew she died. Edwin, in a fit of grief, missing his wife and stuff, and not being able to, you know, take care of his son after being so busy with work, especially the upcoming Fazbear Entertainment project that he was working on. So Edwin created an endoskeleton called Mimic 1. The Mimic was meant to actually entertain his child, but it soon ended up adopting the ways of Fiona and mimicking Fiona. But Edwin knew that it was kind of weird, so it was, when Edwin was around, it actually mimicked Edwin. It mimicked Fiona, but when they're outside or something, people are near, it was just a normal mimic. But then Edwin decides to make a playground, and that's where he actually lost his child. David dies. After David dies, now Edwin, grief, and Mimic 1, M1, tells Edwin, why don't you just make another one? And Edwin tries, but it wasn't working. It really wasn't. So Fiona, aka M1, decides to give up her body, and Edwin actually takes the code and actually puts it in a computer program, which is later called MXES, which stands for Mechanical Experimental Storage. So she turns into that machine and gives up her body for M2 to be born. So Edwin made M2, mimicking David, and it kind of works. But something was wrong, and Edwin decided to let his rage, and he beat the Mimic over and over, and eventually M2 had mimicked his violent behavior. And one day during experiments or something, Edwin's office went up in flames. M2 built itself legs and actually never helped Edwin under the rubble. And since then, he has always remembered and mimicked Edwin and his violent nature. That is basically what M1 and M2 is. Summarized. It's very easy, very simple. M1 is actually Fiona, aka MXES later, and M2 is the mimic that we know. But I know there are some other questions, like what happened? How did Fazbear Entertainment actually found out about this? Well, employees of MCM actually were leaking information to Fazbear Entertainment, and that information reached the high-ups like William Afton, who heard about the loss of his wife, the loss of his child, and everything, and also learned about the mimic. And William, with his money brain, starts thinking that could benefit Fazbear Entertainment. So they decided, because of this and all the stuff that Edwin's been through, that they should take everything he's been working on and just give him a store manager location or something like that, manipulating him like a manipulative man William Afton really is. And it's so bad that William literally starts employing MCM workers to Fazbear Entertainment. That's literally what happens. But that's it, guys. That's just a very quick video what MXES is. I just wanted you guys to know, and hope you guys enjoy the show. And hope you guys enjoy the video, and maybe we'll see another one soon. Bye.